Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. It is a weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, February the 5th, National Shower with a Friend Day. Hey, I think we should do that. She's my wife, so I can say that. National Weather Person's Day. So if you know a weather person, you should reach out this weekend and, just say, hey, congrats on being a weather person. World Nutella Day. Oh, I love Nutella.
You do love Nutella.
Ice Cream for Breakfast Day. Play Outside Day. Well, depending on which part of the world you're in.
Exactly.
February the 6th on Sunday is National Frozen Yogurt Day, National Lame Duck Day, and National Chopsticks Day.
All right.
I'll bet my guest for today could probably play chopsticks on her accordion. I have Judy Tenuta.
I remember her.
It was so completely different to have this young lady come out and do comedy and play an accordion. I'm excited to visit with Judy Tenuta coming up.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A study found lost dogs are more likely to be reunited with their owners than lost cats. In the study, done in Ohio, researchers found 71% of lost dogs were found. Only 53% of lost cats. More than a third of the recovered dogs were found by a call or a visit to an animal shelter. A big reason for lost cats remaining lost is that only 19% of found lost cats had a tag or a microchip at the time they were lost. So they're saying that's probably the biggest factor. According to a survey, 9% of adults vacuum once a day. Once a day.
That is definitely not the case at our house.
No. 28% do 2 to 3 times a week, and the majority vacuum about once a week. We vacuum once a year, whether we need to or not.
Whether we need to or not.
We were at a friend's house, and they have a Roomba, and that thing was driving me nuts. It was driving around their house every single day that we were there. And it was making all kinds of noise. I'm like, do you do this every day? They're like, oh, yeah, we just have it set to go out every day. I'm like, what? But they're part of the 9%. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GMDVacations.com. Heidi, did you know? If you ever felt that a work meeting was not so great and it drained your IQ points right out of your skull, you might be right. They found that a group of interactions can actually lower your intelligence. So if you sit down in a meeting.
Really?
Yeah, scientists in Virginia matched groups according to IQ, ranked members' performance on cognitive tasks against others, then revealed the rankings. When group members were told how others had performed, they saw dramatic drops in the ability of some study subjects to solve problems. Basically, it implies this: that feeling like you're not as smart as others may actually have an impact on your brain and make you less able to solve problems.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, so if you ever sit in a meeting and there's somebody else that you're going, oh, they got all the answers, they know everything, and then they finally call on you and you're like,
I don't know.
I plead the fifth. What? It's not even what we were asking. All right, that is Did You Know? It comes your way, courtesy of GMDVacations.com. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Daniel Radcliffe has been cast as a lead in the upcoming biopic Weird, the Weird Al Yankovic story. I'm sorry, the Al Yankovic story. Tongue-in-cheek producers say the biopic will hold nothing back, exploring Yankovic's life from his meteoric rise to fame with hits like Eat It and Like a Surgeon to his torrid celebrity love affairs with famously depraved lifestyle. In a statement, Weird Al said, "I'm absolutely thrilled that Daniel Radcliffe will be portraying me in the film. I have no doubt whatsoever that this is the role future generations will remember him for."
Oh, how cute.
He
As
played,
opposed to Harry Potter. Yeah.
Production is beginning soon. My guest coming up later in the program was in a movie with him, by the way. So I'm excited to chat with her coming up. And Elizabeth Taylor's home sells for $11 million, but it might get knocked down. 7,000 square foot home might be demolished and replaced with a bigger home. It was only 7,000 square feet. You got hardly any room. She bought it from Nancy Sinatra in 1981. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your Scoopa of the Day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. These days, you can't open social media without seeing a post showing several rows of gray, yellow, and green squares. Wordle is the new word puzzle that's taken the internet by storm. Do you see this on your page, too?
I have seen them. I didn't know what it was.
So we talked about this like a week ago, and Heidi was kind of baffled. She's like, Wordle, what are you talking about?
I didn't know what it was. And now, even after seeing all the little squares and stuff, I didn't know what it was.
They say people love a challenge, but they don't necessarily have time for puzzles that require more than a few minutes, so it's a perfect fit for today's world. Not only that, unlike other games like Sudoku or Crossword, Wordle performance feedback is given right away. People are competitive by nature. The ability to post your results and how many tries you needed, I guess, compared to others is part of the key to the success of Wordle. And it's not an app. That's what our story was the other day. There was an app called Wordle, and people were buying that, but that's a whole different thing. This is actually a web page, and people are seeing this thing on social media. And if it takes you a lot of tries to get it, don't worry. Apparently, that's quite common. I am proud to say I have never played Wordle ever. I've scrolled past a lot of people who have, and if you've done it, I got nothing against you. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but here's my big fear. This gorgeous woman I sit in the studio with here, she happens to be my wife as well. She got hooked on this thing called Candy Crush.
Candy Crush.
She needs a little Candy Crush fix every once in a while. Candy Crush sounds like a drug.
I love Candy Crush.
Yeah, she's got it. Do you have it on your phone right now, or did you delete it?
It is on my phone because we had just traveled recently, but it's time for me to delete it again because I can't handle it.
I'll wake up in the middle of the night. I'll look over. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, nothing." And I look. She's playing Candy Crush.
Yeah.
I'm like, "What are you?" It's the middle of the night.
Go to bed.
Would you put that away? So anyway, this thing is called downward social comparisons. That's part of the reason Wordle is so popular. So if you're going to do it, just be careful. It's pretty addictive, apparently. I've got a link in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. Very excited to visit with a very funny and talented Miss Judy Tenuta. Judy, how you doing?
Oh, I am so good. How are you?
I am fantastic, Judy. And I've always thought you are such a talented young lady. You come out, you play the accordion, you make people laugh. What was it that first got you interested in entertaining people?
I grew up in a huge family. I was one of 8 children, and so I couldn't hear myself speak. And as soon as I couldn't hear myself speak until I graduated high school at St. Obnoxious in Bondage, and Catholic school. And then I went to the University of Illinois, and I discovered theater. And I said, "Wow, when you're on stage, people listen to you." So I then did plays, and then when I graduated, I decided to, I would go to auditions, and I hated being in a room with 50 other women, and whatever. And I said, I got to come up with my own act. So I did, and, I am the petite flower, love goddess, fashion place thing, Empress of Elvis impersonators, and Aphrodite of the accordion.
You are the one and only. I think that's awesome. Got a movie from 1998, Desperation Boulevard, that I see you're re-releasing. And also, got to say, congratulations on overcoming cancer. I think that is amazing, and I love the song you put together.
That's right. That's my video, which is out on YouTube for free. You can watch it on YouTube, the Judy Tenuta channel, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a lot of fun videos. Believe me, I have at least 50 on there. I went through this battle. I was diagnosed in April, and the most important thing, no matter what you're going through, you've got to stay positive.
Yeah.
So I would wake up in the morning, my friend would call me, and she goes, Judy, what are you doing? I go, oh, I'm just getting up. She goes, yeah, and you're kicking cancer. So she made me a T-shirt for my birthday, and I said, you know what, I need to make a video. So I did. I made a song and a video, and I have a few friends like T.J. Vanston who composed a lot of the music for guest films like Waiting for Guffman and Best in Show. Really great stuff. And so he did all the instrumentation for my song.
That's awesome.
And then I took it to video. Yeah, my video friend Mark, and he filmed it with Mark and Craig. They did a great job on filming it, and so it's now a video.
I'll throw a link to that, make it really easy for folks to find that. And now I'm looking here at this. This is just amazing. You were the first female stand-up comic to win Best Female Comedian at the American Comedy Awards, 2-time Grammy nominee. Yeah. I mean, I look at this big, long list of stuff. That is an absolutely amazing accomplishment, and you're not done yet. You're just going to keep on going, aren't you?
Yes, that's right, honey. The nice thing about the digital universe is that you can still get to everybody. I made this video. I do TikTok. So you can always entertain people while we're going through this pandemic, which I believe is taking a corner, I hope, and hopefully will. Even if we have to continue to deal with it, it won't be as rampant.
Now, the 1998 Desperation Boulevard is also being re-released right now as well. Where can folks find that?
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, you can rent it for only $250 on Amazon Prime.
Nice.
It is a bucket load of fun. Yeah, I play a former child star who will stop at nothing to make a comeback, and my partner in crime with that would be played brilliantly by Michael Lerner, also an Academy Award winner, and he plays my manager, who gets me to do all these things for press.
Well, it was fun in 1998, and I'm super excited to see that it's streaming now on Amazon Prime. Judy, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. I appreciate it a bunch.
Oh, thank you, and you guys continue to have fun and stay warm.
Absolutely. Again, our guest today has been Judy Tenuta, very funny comedian and musician and actress. And I'm going to throw a link to her new very funny video about her overcoming cancer. I've got a link to that in the show notes for today. And then I'm also going to help you find Desperation Boulevard. Again, it's from 1998. But now it's again available through Amazon Prime. I'll throw a link to that online as well. You can find all of it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Females take 3 times longer than males when it comes to the bathroom. That makes sense, though, because, it just does. Doesn't it?
I don't feel like I take longer showers than you do, but I don't take as long to get ready.
No, they're talking about using the restroom. Oh,
that's definitely not the case in our house.
Well, it is for most people.
It is not
fun
at
fact
all.
for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A rough estimate of the number of snow crystals that fall to Earth per year is a 1 followed by 24 zeros.
Oh, wow.
That's a big number.
That is a big number.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A typical snow crystal weighs about 1/1,000,000th of a gram.
Okay.
That means a cubic foot of snow contains roughly 1 billion crystals. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that,
The
John?
number of cubic feet of snow that falls on the planet each year is about, wait a minute, 1 followed by 15 zeros. Isn't that something
Is that
we
what
just
you
said up
read?
here?
Yeah.
I'm so confused. Couple of fun facts.
Thank you, John.
Confusing as it may be. That is your fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Germany. In Germany, police were conducting a spot check for drunk drivers. They'd pulled over a car, and they were talking to that driver, and another car pulled up, thinking that maybe there's a problem. He stopped, got out of the car, walked up, hey, did I help you guys? He was hammered.
Yeah.
But he was a friendly drunk. He was trying to help. Turns out he was drunk, and he just pulled himself over. So that's something that doesn't happen every day. That is pretty embarrassing right there. That is a news. Oh, that happened in Germany, by the way. Does that shock anybody?
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying that
Jeez.
they have Oktoberfest. They're pretty
Yeah.
well known for, drinking some beer. That just doesn't shock me. And Heidi's family's from there. I mean, it doesn't shock me at all. All right. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Frederick Prinz von Anhalt, a.k.a.
Hi.
the widower of actress Zsa Zsa Gabor, needed a new heir to inherit his estate and preserve his royal lineage, so he chose to adopt. The 78-year-old von Halt adopted a 27-year-old son.
Oh.
Yeah, he adopted an adult. He adopted 27-year-old Kevin Feucht, Feucht. Kevin's new last name will come with a few responsibilities. He has agreed to take care of his new stepdad by cooking for him, doing chores around the house, and making sure his bills are paid on time. Interesting because Frederick was also adopted by a well-known princess in Germany when he was 35. So Frederick Prinz von Anhalt was also adopted. But
I
now
wish you would have asked me.
he's a prince, and now this other guy will be a prince. So
That's amazing.
I'm not sure how all that stuff works, but it's bizarre. That's why it is today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. We're cruising right up on Valentine's Day, and I thought this would be a really good thing. What's the worst question to ask on a first date? So this is what the internet says.
Okay.
Number one on the list. How are we related again? That's a pretty bad.
Yeah, that's
Don't ask
not
that.
good.
Have you told anyone you're here with me right now? Jeez. Another worst
The answer
question.
to that is always yes, by the way.
Yeah, always say yes, even if that's not true. Yeah, of course. As a matter of fact, I got a GPS chip in me right now. They're going to know wherever I am. Here's another worst question to ask on a first date. Want to make thousands of dollars every month while being your own boss?
Jeez.
And the last on the list, and if you have one to add, Heidi, you surely can. Worst question to ask on a first date. What is your monthly salary?
Yeah, that's rude.
a bad way. Anything that you think?
No. Unfortunately, it's been a very long time since I've had a first
for me
date.
as well. Our first date was a long, long time ago. And that is the worst questions to ask on a first date. It is The List, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Now, your quote of the day comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. The quote is from Lessons from the Minivan. That's where this quote comes from. It says, being a mom means never buying the right amount of produce. Either everyone suddenly loves grape and a week's worth are eaten in an afternoon, or fruit flies are converging around my rotting bananas.
True story.
Lessons from the Minivan. I can agree with that.
That's not even just when you have kids.
No.
It's for every household, everywhere.
We have gotten on a health kick where we're like, hey, we should buy more fruits and veggies.
Yep. And then we do.
And then my gorgeous bride, Heidi, over here, she's like, I'm going to get some. And my favorite thing is broccoli. I like broccoli. So she'll buy me a thing of broccoli. And then it gets put in the drawer, and I don't know what's there. And I'm like, hey, you should get me some broccoli. She's like, oh, I got you some. And I open the drawer, and I have moldy broccoli.
It could almost walk away by
It's
itself.
like, ooh, I might need different broccoli. So, all right. That's your quote of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GMDvacations.com. And I like this story here. This is really, really a cool story. We're not big sports folk here.
No.
But I know like a week from now, there's going to be some folks celebrating and watching a football game. It's a big, big deal.
Yes.
This is a football story. Chiefs fan donates over $300,000 to Buffalo's Children's Hospital. Let me explain. Kansas City Chief fan took a page from Bill's Mafia playbook by donating to Buffalo Children's Hospital after their dramatic playoff win over the Bills. As of Thursday, there were more than 15,500 Chiefs fans that combined to donate more than $304,000 to the John R. Oshai Children's Hospital to show respect to the Bills quarterback, Josh Allen. Allen had a passer rating of 136. I don't know what any of that stuff means. I'm not a sports guy. I'm going to just skip the sportsy stuff, okay?
Okay. That's probably a good idea.
I just sound really
And I'm not
good.
a sports person either, so I don't.
So
I don't
I'll get to the quote here. It says, it's certainly bittersweet with the game, said Andrew Bennett, the vice president of the Children's Hospital Buffalo, the medical facility's philanthropic arm. But the generosity of fans toward Josh is just absolutely remarkable. We're incredibly grateful for this impactful support. It's a great sign of sportsmanship and integrity watching how fans have reacted to this. It's another huge win for the kids that we're helping out day in and day out here in Western New York. So I think it's really, really cool. And again, if you would like to get more information, and it makes a whole lot more sense, I'm sure, if you know what the heck I'm talking about. We're not sports people. So again, we don't know any of this stuff. But it's in the show notes for today. And I thought it would be a good one to share as we're, again, a week away from that big game that I can't say. I'm not supposed to say
It
that.
rhymes with pooper hole.
Oh, no, we're not going to let you do that again. No, that was even worse. Anyway, if you'd like to know, it's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.